All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to the NSL podcast. I know, like I said, we haven't been doing this a lot. It's something I want to do more of lately. We got Coach on here with us. Looks like he's playing a game. And oh, everybody still here? We got Country Kane. Y'all here?
Yeah.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up?
All right, sounds like we're good. Not much, man. Been a long time. Y'all doing all right? We haven't really talked in a while.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, likewise, man. Hanging in here.
All right. That's good. All right, so first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna play this video at least to a certain point, and then we'll stop it, discuss what we see. Shouldn't take too long, but so let's screen share. Already got it up, and y'all can see the Madden video.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I think we lost audio there.
Yeah, I can see the video, but I don't hear any sound.
All right. Oh, the sound's high? My bad.
No, there's no sound at all.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
we saw the video.
Sound.
Whoa.
All right. Oh, it's.
My face.
I stopped staring now. So I wanted to start with that. That's the first pretty much third of the video, and looks like the first new thing. Am I showing up on here right now? I can't even tell.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now we can see your house.
Hey, okay, so here's my Vikings thing, and here's the TV. Let's get back to the other side here if I can. Now I'm just taking photos. There we go. We got it working now, I think. All right, so first thing we saw, all new stick skills, allegedly, all new stick skills, whatever that means. I think we saw a little bit of animations in that coming out. Hell yeah, JR joined the call. That's perfect. JR, what's up, man? I don't know if JR joined the right one. Anyways.
I don't know.
All right. So, yeah, he didn't join. Let me send him another message. But, okay, shoot, screw that. We'll go ahead and start with Coach. Your thoughts on the stick moves? I guess we kind of already had it, but what did you see different? Are you impressed with it? What are your thoughts on it?
From the video, it was hard. It looked like that video was put together, so it was really hard to. I don't know. It was really hard to tell from that video. I'll just put it that way. But I'm not convinced. I haven't. I follow on Twitter. I haven't really heard any big announcements of any new mechanics or anything like that they've discovered or they're implementing. So it just sounds like another marketing ploy to get our $70.
Yeah. Okay, let me get back in here. So, yeah, I agree with that to a point. Now, the thing is, we've seen this stick skill before, probably 6-7 times. How many times have they implemented brand new stick skills? And what I saw was a few new animations, but I didn't see anything, life-changing, Madden-changing, anything that's going to change our game for the worse or better, even. It looked like what we've already had, so not super excited about it. Kane, you're in here. What do we got? What are your thoughts on these new movements, the new stick skill moves that we just took a look at?
Kind of like what Coach said. It's kind of hard to judge from that video, but I'm not expecting any major new moves.
All right, JR, I'm assuming you watched the video. JR, you in here? JR?
Yo, what's up?
There you is.
I'm assuming you watched the video.
Nah, I ain't watched it yet.
There, you just missed it. So you're gonna have to get on the next part. A question I do have for y'all: stick skill moves, running back moves. Are already overpowered last year. The Madden Bowl was won by somebody who did not start a quarterback. They had Tressway, and I think it was Tressway. Who's the left-footed punter?
Yeah.
Whoever it was. Yeah, won the Super Bowl without it. And the first thing they trot out is new running back moves, or running quarterback moves, I guess, too. So do you have any thoughts on that being the number one thing they're selling?
Man, the run that juke moves already overpowered shit. Like when you have the abilities on, if I have 1-on-1, it's done deal.
Mm-hmm.
Or one with any dude that get any type of ability.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that these make better to run. It just seems kind of weird to me that the first thing putting out is about the running game when it was so overpowered last year. Not necessarily because of moves, but they are. But because of angles.
Even with that one guy, you remember the last dude I drafted like the 2 seasons ago or whatever in the first round? That dude was sick.
Coach, you should know. You used to at least watch a lot of film when you were coaching. What are your thoughts on the pursuit angles and like how bad are they? How far are they off? Do you think, or are they fixable, or do you think that's something that is just broken from the core?
I think they'll be fixable with abilities and guys that they give, certain tackling abilities to. I think makes sense, but for the most part, the angles that they take now are, they're botchy and retarded. So they don't emulate any type of real game pursuit. In my opinion, you know right from the beginning of the play if that guy has any chance of making a tackle, and that's not necessarily the case in real football. So.
Yeah, but the same sense, I think some of that has to do with just the system that we're playing on right now. That is not as. I think with the next gen system, it'll be more capable to get the more realism. Like
it's a bold statement.
I don't think it's gonna be after the first
not
year.
Year one.
No.
Year one.
The first year is gonna be pretty much the same game. They might throw they might give you like a new story move for that my career or whatever, that journey stuff.
Yeah, we're getting that here. We're going to show the video for you here, or at least the part.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be no dramatic changes. It'll be year 2 is gonna be the one that you're gonna really see the capabilities.
I have to disagree with that, but we'll save that for a little bit later. Kane, any final thoughts on these ball carrier moves? Do they excite you at all? Is it a sell to you?
I agree with the fact that running was already OP this year, and I just think like anything that try to boost running is just gonna make it a worse game.
All right.
The other guys seem more optimistic about the pursuit angles than I do. I think it's broken, and I don't think it can be fixed.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start the next part of the video. Sorry to freak y'all out. We'll go to the next part. So this next part is pass rush moves. All right, so that's pass rush moves. Let me get back. Excuse the Stephon Diggs thing. I'll change that soon. All right. The funny thing is, to me, watching the first 2 highlights of this video, so this is the first 2 views you had of Madden 21. Number 1, running, which is already over Pete next meet. Number 2, pass rush moves, which were the second most, maybe even the first. I don't know, very OP. Equally OP last year. So they added pass rush moves to the thing to make them equally OP. Now, something that's not in the video that they put in their blog is the pass rush moves are actually going to be done on the right stick this year. And if you use the same pass rush move repeatedly, the offensive line will become better and better at stopping it. So I'm not sure if that necessarily means that another pass rush move will be more effective. Like if you do a swim move 3 times and then do a spin move to switch them up, if that means a swim move will be more effective because you switched it up on them, or throughout a game, all your moves will just become steadily less effective. I'm not fully sure on that. So that's that. I guess there's a lot to unbreak here. Do you think that's going to make people start playing online on the defensive line? Do you think that's something that is? I you watched the video. I didn't see any new pass rush moves per se. I saw like 5 swim moves and a spin move, which is pretty much all that's happening now. Um, so I guess just your thoughts on that. We'll start with you, Coach. What are your thoughts on that little part of pass rush moves and the information?
You know, I don't sound like a salty veteran, but it's heard it before. You know what I mean? So I love the concept. I love the concept when they introduced it 2 years ago, but it doesn't quite work. So we'll see. We'll see. My biggest fear with all this is, again, they're going to put out a game. It'll be decent, and then they're going to destroy it for their Mutt family. So
I think that's exactly what happened last year. I thought the base game played fairly decent compared to what we're playing now, which is all right, Kane, your thoughts on what we just saw? Pass rushing moves.
Yeah, I think pass rushing was already OP. I think it's a good thing that it's saying the AI will be able to adjust to, repeated use of the same move, but at the same time, I don't think pass rushing is gonna be fixed a whole lot. It's still gonna be OP if you got a guy with ability.
I'm hoping it shuts down because these 40-sec seasons are unnecessary. Something they could do with abilities is add new moves. So maybe you can switch it up on them a lot all game long and keep them guessing. That would be a cool idea to use moves and also not allow 40 seconds in the season. Just an idea. They probably aren't going to do any of that, though. They'll probably just make it super powerful. JR, your thoughts on what you just saw?
First off, so that's pretty cool that you can play videos for everybody to see. I ain't never seen that. But
I'll Skype a little bit better here.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'll say that because the concept sounds nice, but like Coach said, they promised stuff like this before, and then like I want to say, what was it, last year or the year before? I remember like before the Mutt community got into it, you could actually throw the ball. If a linebacker was turned his back towards you, he couldn't turn around and jump and pick it off. Mm-hmm. Then the Mutt community started complaining about it, and they switched it in a big patch.
Yeah, that was.
I forget which one, but I remember because we were playing one of them tourneys, and I saw a linebacker, his back towards, and I threw it, and he couldn't jump it. It actually made him jump the wrong way.
Yeah, so that was this year.
So I mean, it sounds good. The pass rushers, they don't need no new moves. Shoot, already, you look at that.
I disagree with that because the fact is, you see the same animation. So to the point right now, where if you beat the lineman and your quarterback hasn't thrown the ball, it's probably a sack. Even if you're already, I was playing a game today, just trying an all pro in another league, and I had already started the throw. I was probably back to, right here, and he broke through, got the sack before I could finish the pass off.
Yeah, one thing, Madden has predetermined sacks because you have somebody not even touch the offensive line. You just try to start the pass. If it decides you're going to get a sack, you're going to get that sack because your guy will take 5 years on that windup so he can get that sack.
Yeah, I think that's kind of aggravating to me that like you see the animation, when it's broken through, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like animation loss, animation win. So it's the same thing. It's no fighting through the trenches. It's just.
I think they should give offensive linemen stuff to counter it, though.
Oh yeah, they should, of course. Well, that's
a whole nother discussion, though.
Yeah. So that's one of my biggest things is you don't really see a pocket collapse. Well, first off, there is no pocket in Madden. I've discussed this many a times, but you don't see it collapse in the point where you're seeing the offensive linemen get pushed back. It's always they hold their ground, and either you win or you lose that interaction. And then the final, eventually the defensive lineman wins the interaction and comes through untouched.
You also don't get like a real pocket though. You get like a somewhat half broken pocket.
Yeah, it's
their perfect pocket.
Yeah, I don't understand how they haven't gotten the pocket right in 15 years. but they haven't. And I know it can be done because I've seen it in 2K.
Yeah.
Even to a lesser extent, it was even better on the PS2 Maddens before they upgraded to the next gen console. But
Well, it was even decent on the Nintendo 64. Why you playing?
I don't think I ever played that one, but I'll take your word for it. um, so, anyways, um, so pretty much that. I think it'd be cool if it's not going to be just win-win or win or a loss animation base, and maybe there can be half wins where you get better position, and the next time you can push through. So you don't necessarily, I didn't see anything in the video to suggest that would be the case. As a matter of fact, all I saw in the video looked very Madden 20-ish as far as pass rushing moves. The only new thing I saw was strip sacks, which they already had in the game, but took out because they were broken. So I guess they fixed them, and now they're a new thing. So, all right, guys, let's watch this next part of the video. See what we got here. All right, so this is our third thing we got here, which is apparently, come on, show me. There we go. Better open field tackles. I don't know that I saw that much in that video to show me anything what they're talking about, but that's what they're portraying. One thing I did read about in their press release thing that wasn't in the video. Apparently, linebackers, defenders in general will know where the first down marker is and try and hold people back, as well as the offensive people will reach out for the first down and the touchdown. Blah blah blah. So, Coach, go ahead. Give your thoughts on that one.
Scared, man. I notice anytime they put anything like that in there, makes me think 3rd and 1 will never be converted. But I could be wrong. We'll see.
Well, I don't know. They're apparently claiming that tackling in general is better, and open field tackling to the point where I think we all know that if you have a running back running horizontally and you got a defender anywhere in front of him, you can pretty much just run to the right and then up, and the defender will act like he has no idea. So maybe they're talking about you can stop that also. I don't know. They didn't really give a ton of information on this except for, hey, new open field tackling. Kane, your thoughts?
I would have to see it in action before I can fairly judge it. It sounds good, but like Coach said, it could be a scary thing. But at the same time, I got victimized by that a lot. In short yardage situation, my defender just takes the guy and throw him forward and keep me from stopping the 3rd down. So,
Oh, that is the
it's
word.
one of them, I got mixed feelings.
Yeah, I think we've all had it where like we'll have 2 defensive tackles holding a running back, and instead of not letting them go forward, they fucking suplex them forward for another 5 yards. Like, let's give them that easy first down. Supposedly something that's fixed. Again, this is the third major thing, which is concerning to me. I'm not really sure what to feel about all this. That these are the major things they're touting here. Jr., your thoughts?
I know I like the sound of it, but then there's certain things about it like yeah, open and tackle field tackling does got to be fixed, but I just don't know how. you know?
Think pursuit angles, but we
Yeah,
can't. We haven't seen any of
yeah,
that in action. So.
but as far as the main things that they're targeting, I think there's other areas you could go.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Fair enough. Well, I think we got one more part of this, and then maybe 1 or 2 more things that were mentioned. The thing that we'll see. So let's go ahead and get to the 4th thing they're touting. I believe the last part of the video. Oh, let me bring it up for y'all up first. Hold on. Um, And that's it. That is our video, boys. That is the gist of Madden 21. Our fourth major improvement, the thing they want to tout. The first thing you want to see in Madden is apparently user-controlled celebrations. So I don't even really have any response to that, except this is the 7th time we've seen it in a game. But go ahead, Coach. Give your thoughts on the user-controlled celebration and the video as a whole before we go into what's not in the video.
I said, man, I'm not too impressed with the video itself. I've seen a couple of different videos breaking down that video now. So, guys out of position and, screenshots and different things like that. So, as far as the animation itself, I get it. I think we still had some of that. I wouldn't call that new, so to speak. I think we had some of that frustrating stuff in previous Maddens, but you add that with and it sounds like they've made an attempt to bring back Michael Vick, I guess, because I remember back in the day he was impossible to have on a team. So they may be doing something like that with Lamar this year, seems like.
This is going to be the second time they've had a quarterback on the cover in a row, maybe even third. Who was on the cover last year? Can't remember. Was it? No. Who was it?
It was AB before Mahomes.
Yeah, that's right, wide receiver. But again, passing game is just heavily favored and shown on these covers. And you can go back in the day to Culpepper, McNabb was on the cover once. A bunch of quarterbacks just making Brady, and the passing game not even looking like it's addressed here. Kane, what are your thoughts on the? Coach just completely disregarded the celebrations. That shows how much I think it means to a lot of the hardcore Madden community. User-controlled celebrations and the video as a whole.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I said that we have it. I mean, they're we've got like 4 options: push left, push down, push right, and that's what you get.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Well, now it's going to be after sacks too. You can also do the sack daddy if you're the Vikings, or I know, exciting. Kane?
Now, I think it might be neat if they added like user control like sack celebrations, or did they already have that? I don't know.
No, they don't. That's added in right now, I believe.
Like if they put it like how you do it with the when you're running for a touchdown, you just put it on the D-pad, like.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do here. But when you're getting sacked 40 times a season, it gets a little less exciting.
Yeah. They need to fix that first of all.
Kane, your thoughts on the celebration and the video as a whole?
I'm not really excited about the user control celebrations, and the video as a whole. I think is gonna be Madden 20.5.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the like to dislike ratio on this video was half and half. Let me see where we're at right now. Okay, that's enough of that.
I've seen nothing but bad reviews on it.
Well, the like to dislike usually gives away pretty. All right, 11K likes, 10K dislikes. So it's pretty much 50-50 right now. And for a sports game that's hyped up like that, that's crazy.
Especially coming on a new console.
Well, that's not necessarily the one coming on a new console yet. So this is still
going. Oh, they're gonna do. All right.
Yeah, they'll probably do both. But so this is gonna be last gen. Well, as far as we know, honestly, we don't know.
Because everything I saw, it was saying there was a trailer for the PS5.
That can't be. If that was true, that would be.
I know, because they just had 2K do the PS5 shit too.
Oh, well, what were your thoughts about the trailer as a whole, JR?
I mean, you expect more. like it's like, and what else?
Yeah. So I don't know what they fixed. Though they usually want to come out with some back of the box features. Those weren't back of the box features, and those weren't features that the community requested also. So I don't know who's in charge of doing this. I don't know what they told us. Every comment I've seen in
Kawhi,
the
look, you could have gave us an update for this shit.
every single comment was saying this is Madden 20. This looks terrible. This isn't what we asked for. This is what nobody asked for. So we'll see how it goes. But let's go over some stuff they did not put in the video that is out there. Offense, master to evade moves like the dead leg, slide, hurdles, combined with spin moves. I think we already have the dead leg in there. I'm not really sure what that's new about. Run the score with innovative ball carrier system developed to inspire creativity. All right, so that's offense. On defense, we got the new skill stick allows for full control and with specific pass social moves and combos. Be strategic as offensive linemen build resistance to repeated moves. Tackling advancement include locomotion-based tackling. We've heard that literal statement every year for 10 straight years.
Mm-hmm.
Breakdown tackling and improved dive tackling for all-out precision on defense. Not really sure what even breakdown tackling is. Is that gang tackling? Also
I don't
says
know.
diversify your play calling to outsmart adaptive AI adjustments that counter your tendencies in new ways. So I don't know if this is on offense or defense, or if that means something like defense will, if you keep running the same defense, the offense will run a route a little shorter to beat it, or doesn't really explain it. Interesting thing. Probably if it's, I don't think it's anything big, because if it was, that should be the number one thing on their video. Face of the franchise, rise the frame. Pretty much what that's going to be. You're going to play starting out in high school. You'll get to college, play 2 seasons, decide whether or not you want to switch to wide receiver, running back, then go to the thing. I don't think any of us really cares too much about face of the franchise, but there's new in there, so I don't know if anybody cares. But just gonna skip over that. We don't care. Real world live playbooks 2.0. Okay, we've used that already. Superstar X Factor abilities. 50 new Superstar and X Factor abilities are coming out. According to this, fresh out of the lab, designed to elevate the stars of a new generation in Madden 21, whatever that means. And that's about it. That's all the information we got for Madden 21. Anything in that little bit that you heard that even interests you a little bit there, Coach?
I mean, the tackling interests me. I mean, don't get me wrong; it all interests me. I still hear marketing ploy, marketing. I don't see any true data to back up what they're saying. So until I see that, until I see another release or see how maybe they're adapting the game to the new gen, until I see anything like that, to me it's just talk, and they're again just trying to get our money. But I don't think they realize is, the core group of Madden guys, we're gonna spend the $70 if you just stamp the same game with a new year on it. That's just the way it works. I think they've actually probably done that once or twice in the past. So, my opinion.
True. Kane, your thoughts on what I just gave you, the information? I know it wasn't a lot, but it's pretty much what we've gotten so far.
I kind of want to see the AI intelligence in action. I want to see exactly how it's supposed to work.
That's a very
Intrigues me because like the summary they gave is kind of open ended. I don't know how it's gonna apply.
very open-ended, and I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of people like trying to dissect that one sentence, and they're like, does this mean we have adaptive AI in Madden? And I think the answer is no. Calm down. I think they're relating to the offensive line and the defensive line interactions if you use the same move. I think that's it. We'll see, maybe. JR?
I mean, it's like they all say. I want to see an action because with 2K, you really got to take their word as far as I can jump, and I can't jump very far. like they made all these promises over the years before.
Yeah, one thing I will say, I've seen every single, and I'm not even joking, like literally every one of these things marketed in a Madden in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
And that's
like
crazy to me that they're not even trying to innovate. And I got another question for this. Do you think we'll start with you, Coach. Do you think maybe they're not innovating that much for this Madden in preparation for the new consoles? Do you think these new consoles will improve the game at all? Do you think the calculations,
No,
any of that?
I, it was a perfect storm for these guys that are coding and making our games. You know, COVID affected them like it affected everybody. And so, while they're not in there able to work and do the things they're normally doing, and their teams have been cut in half, you can't expect much out of this game. That's my take.
And
That's
then you also got to think they've been working from like at home, and you don't have access to all that high tech stuff at the house as you do like you would have went in the office.
it's a very fair assessment. I guess you can't even be mad about that. We should maybe as consumers we shouldn't
Be
be
happy you getting the game this year.
be expecting a huge jump into Madden 21. Like that's a fair argument. I can't even disagree with that wholeheartedly. They've probably been working from home for quite a while now, and like you said, the technology might not be there. At the same time, you're not giving us a discount on price either, though. So,
Yeah.
Kane, your thoughts on the jump to next gen? Do you think they're waiting? Do you think next gen will even matter?
I think, like they said, it was a perfect storm. So COVID and all of this is gonna get the blame, but I don't know if the whole thing about waiting for the next gen. I don't think it's. I wonder how much that's gonna improve it, but I think it'll get the blame, but I don't think it's the real reason.
Okay. I will say, people that Jr. I believe you said earlier that you don't think the power's in the Xbox right now. I think if we remember playing back on the PS2 days, there was a lot more simulation-based things, and everything played just a tad bit better then than it does now. And when they switched over to 360, I don't know if you guys know who Sports Drink Gamer is. He's a YouTuber, but he did a perfect video on the Madden on '06 on the Xbox 360, and why everything that was working and played well on PS2 fell apart and played like trash on 360, and they to this day have yet to recover. And it has
Well,
nothing to do with technology as much as it does incompetence. Go ahead, Jer.
well, as far as that, like I can't attest too much to 360. I've played a lot of 360 games, but like most of the 360, I was in the army and then I was locked up. So like I've only got a couple years. I really wasn't playing Madden like that on 360. So I can't really speak for. I don't speak on stuff that I don't know.
That's fair.
I, I can only speak on what I've experienced.
Okay, it's fair. Um, so I guess that's about it of it. It seems like the general consensus is, all right, yeah, all that sounds cool if it
Yeah.
works. If it doesn't, we're not really
And
expecting it to.
and
Is that
when I was deployed, that damn shit, it cost like $1,000 a month for internet out there.
fair enough? So is that the general assessment that everybody's getting? Like, if any of this works, that'll be cool, but we're just expecting Madden 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And
I would say so.
that seems the state of the game. We haven't heard anything about franchise, so maybe there might be an improvement for that. I wouldn't put money on it. Um, we'll see where it goes, man. But other than that, I think we're good. I think they were really excited about that video. I think they thought everybody was going to be stoked by it, just the things they've been putting out about it, and they seem like really proud of Madden 21. And
You know what I also think they might be doing is they wanted to give us something to look at. You know, we're in a big ass pandemic,
mhm.
and well, everybody's stuck at home, and it's like everybody's looking forward to it because you know we don't have no sports, nothing like that.
Well, I
So
agree. They've also put this out a month later than they did last year, so
yeah,
like you would feel it'd be more refined. We should have more information. They've even delayed it because of the protests and things that were happening to not overshadow that. I don't know why anybody thinks Madden would overshadow protests, like anybody cares that much about Madden. But they even pushed that back, and they still didn't really give us that much. So
yeah.
um, we'll see. I just hope for some improvements, slight improvements to the pass game, I guess. But I didn't see any. So, all right, guys. I think that's about it. Anything anybody wants to say? Last words? No.
No, have a good one. Be safe.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
See you guys in a
See you
couple
later.
months.
Oh yeah. Peace.
And then